What's up? What's up? What's up, my YouTube family? I'm kicking it right here with my brother, man, Kyle.
What's going on?
Yeah, and today we're gonna talk on a hot topic about, like, in regards to what we want to talk about. What we're gonna be talking about?
The topic is, are black people, or so-called black people, I should say, are we to blame for slavery, and should we receive reparations? He's going to argue the affirmative, which means that he's for it, and I'm going to argue the opposite of the affirmative. I'm against it. Um, I personally don't believe we should put it this way. I don't believe we should expect money from America. And I don't, and I do believe we are to blame for slavery. And
Wow.
the reason why we're to blame for slavery is because we didn't keep God's commandments. The so-called African American is an Israelite. He's contrary to what he's been told. He's been African and everything. That's a fallacy. I think a lot of black people are now waking up, realizing that they are Israelites. Many of them have accepted that truth. And if you accept that truth, then you know that our people, the tribe of Judah, also known as the so-called African American, and many of the other tribes in Israel have been placed under a punishment and put into slavery for being hard-headed, not keeping the Most High Yahweh's commandments. And I don't know about you, but whenever I did something wrong to my mother, or I did something I wasn't supposed to, my parents would place me on punishment. I didn't get to blame them. You know what I mean? I was to blame myself, because had I had have listened, the consequence that came from that, I wouldn't have to bear. I wouldn't have to deal with it. Um, as far as slavery goes with the white man and Esau, um, do we get to be upset at him, or we get to trust him? No, because according to the scriptures, he is evil. God chose his evil people to rule over us. So that part, we get to say, okay, I don't trust the white man. I don't want to deal with the white man. That's fine, because according to the scriptures, Esau was considered evil, and so was his seed line. Um, if you look at Deuteronomy 28 verse 15, Moses warned us. The Lord warned us. He said, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the God, thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." And then right in Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt." The term Egypt means bondage. "Again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again." When the first time Moses freed us from Pharaoh, we were freed from Pharaoh. The Most High freed us. The Most High said that He wouldn't put us into that condition again, slavery. That was the first time, which is why He said the Most High mentioned that He spoke that we shall see it no more again. Under the circumstances that we would keep His commandments, we would see it no more again, but we didn't listen. It says, "And there thou shalt see it no more again, and thee ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy," meaning redeem you. Deuteronomy 28:68. When we was sent into Africa, we escaped Africa. We escaped Africa in 70 AD. We ran from the Grecians in 70 AD to avoid European persecution. There we were caught by the British Empire and the Americans and placed into slavery. When we were placed in slavery, did the Africans come back and get us? No. For one, we weren't their people. That's what redeem means. And these were all curses. All the curses that he spoke started to happen. This is why in America we can't build. This is why in America we have people like Jay-Z, people, all of these millionaires and all these rich people with all of this money, with enough money to form their own country and form their own country and start their own government, unable to do so because the Most High won't allow them to do that. A curse is a curse. No matter who you are, no matter your social status, no matter how much money you have, when God places a curse on you, that curse is just what it is. And when He's ready to take that curse off, then that's what happens. So should we expect reparations? No. Should we want them? No. Because why would you expect something from someone who is the author, is behind you being on punishment? Why should we expect our mother to reward us if she placed us on punishment? Should we respect that? No. What we should do is, we should learn to come together, follow the law, statutes, and commandments, come back to the true law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and then wait for our reward in the hereafter, the kingdom that the Most High promised us. That is the only reparations that we will be receiving, and we should expect.
Okay, so there you heard it. So now we're gonna debate a little bit. I just want to ask him a few questions and get his opinion, true opinion on some ideas. Now we talked about should we want reparations? You said no.
No, we shouldn't.
Now, if it was said that if they gave out reparations, would you take it?
No.
You're sitting back?
No, I wouldn't take it off, because to take it to me would be like taking. I don't want to sound.
So you'll give it back?
Yes, because in order to take it, reparations from someone who, from a man who's supposed to be your enemy, supposed to be the person that's driving the steering wheel for the Most High for while you're on punishment, the person that's carrying out this punishment.
Yeah, but
would be like. But expecting a hungry rat not to eat a piece of cheese.
Yeah, but why that was his order. That was an order from God to follow it out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So why would I take? It's impossible to repair anything. If the Most High put a curse on you for the duration of this time, you can't repair anything until He allows you to repair it. There is no such thing as repairing a curse.
So let's talk about this. If the white man is the evil man, evil, right? So why should he be punished for carrying out something that God told him to do? His orders is to go against us. His orders is from God, right? To put us in bondage. Right. So why is he going to hell if he's following the direct order from God?
He's going to hell because he chose the way of. He was given no repentance, neither him nor his seed line. If you listen to the story in the Bible, Esau was given no repentance. He sold his birthright, his right to be in Israel.
Okay.
He willingly sold it up for this current day world. He sold it up for materialistic things. Sort of what our people do, what a lot of our people do, what they call selling their soul to the devil. Satan offered him this kingdom, the world that we live in today, the world, and he chose his birthright, sold his birthright for that right. So you don't get to say he was the Most High's most evil people. White people did a lot of wicked things in the world. You know that. That I don't have to get into that. It's all in history. Open your history books and you look around the things that they've done. That's his own judgment for the Most High, which I could care less about. You know what I mean? I'm more concerned with my people and what we have to do to get right with the Most High. The white man has his own thing, but his issues. But nonetheless, why would I want to take something from him? If he's evil, why would I want to take anything from him? And why would I expect him to give me something without it being a catch?
Mm-hmm.
If I that's like right now, if your mother puts you on punishment and you expect to watch TV, right? She says, I'm going to let...
So what about the people that don't believe in God? What about the people that doesn't believe in God and like the atheists. We're a person that's atheist that don't believe in God, atheists, and they believe that there's no God. So do they believe that they shouldn't take the money either?
If you are an atheist,
yeah,
you have already chosen your path. Being an atheist is one of the reasons why
I'm not trying to act like I'm shunning nobody, Yeah. I just want to I want to be biased to no particular
So you're saying if a black person, a so-called African American, was an atheist,
right?
Should he take the money? That's his choice. You asked me if I personally would take the money if it was given to me, and I personally wouldn't.
Okay.
If this is something that reparations is something that has been talked about for years, even during duration of right after slavery ended.
Right.
Has it happened? No.
Yeah.
So I don't see it ever occurring. But if it does,
But it's a hot topic that's always spoken about.
and that's all it's ever going to be. So all it's ever going to be is a hot topic because the Most High made it clear. You will build nothing while you're on. Nothing you build, no seeds you plant will rise as long as you're on this punishment. So I don't care what you have, or your social status or who you are.
But what about
It's not going to happen.
But what about the successful black men that is successful in this world?
You just mentioned it. You said the successful black men that is successful,
that are,
right?
Yeah,
what have they done for you as a nation? What have they done for us as a nation? Individual achievement comes with for the African American comes with selling his soul. That's always been our problem.
You believe every black man sold their soul?
Every black man,
every successful black man. Why can't just be talent? Why can't just be, oh, I'm talented and I have talent, and that's why I'm nice, and that's why I'm able to achieve the things that I'm achieving.
Because if it was about every person with talent, if it was about talent itself, every person in the world would be rich in something that they were gifted at. Every person in the world would be rich in something that they were gifted.
But it's all I say is about dedication. And look, you was good in boxing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you would have turned pro, and in your first 10 fights you made over $100 million, so when people say, "Oh, he sold his soul," what would be your response to that? Knowing that you didn't, but you just fought hard and you just trained hard, and this is what your reward is.
Okay.
So you reaping the rewards of Muhammad you training and your hard work. Yeah.
Right. Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys. Okay, let's say Mike Tyson is for an example.
Right.
Mike Tyson, who I looked up to when I was into boxing, and a lot of what
hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button.
A lot of what Mike Tyson does, I admire more off of what he does off of out of the ring.
Right.
How he tells people, if you notice, if you listen to Mike Tyson, they'll try to bring up the past, the things that they loved that made Mike Tyson in the ring. They loved Mike Tyson when he was an animal, when he was vicious, when he was saying stupid things. But Mike Tyson now will tell you about the things in that sport you shouldn't glorify. And the first thing he says is the money, the fame, and the promoters. The people behind that. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. The reason why he says that is because those are the people who he had to sell himself for in order to be the Mike Tyson that he was.
All right, so you believe he had to sell himself to those people, right? What about marketing and promoting a fight? When you talk shit like that in the press conference, that's selling your fight. It's all about selling your fight. So if you get up there and say, "I'm gonna eat your children," that's selling a fight. So you're promoting yourself.
Do you remember?
You are promoting yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
You can say. What you do can promote yourself.
Right.
But so if you can promote yourself, then what would be the purpose of a promoter?
Exactly. No, it's just yeah. But in the sense,
this is Golden Boy Promotions.
Right.
Don King Promotions.
Right.
You have Lou DiBella and all these other people in charge of the system. It's not the individual person, it's the system. Right. It's what he had to do to make it to the top. Mike Tyson fought a lot of people.
Right.
Some people he knocked out in 1 second. A lot of people have said that there have been people in boxing who have thrown fights to help other people get to where they're supposed to get. Do you think that doesn't have something to do with that person? Okay, if I can get this person to join this person, he can sell it, so he agreed to something, then we can get that person to the heavyweight championship.
I love boxing, man, and I could say, well, I don't know many boxers. I know a few, and I know that those few didn't sell anything to make it where they made it. They fought hard, they trained hard. They fought hard, they trained hard, and this is, they got their natural ability, and they just stuck to it, and they love their craft that much. But,
Okay, but that's another topic in itself, boxing,
right.
Mike Tyson. The topic is, should reparations, and is it black people's fault? Yes, it's our fault. Look at what we continue to do. We continue to kill each other for nonsense. Look at these young black kids today killing each other and then chanting where's Black Lives Matter? There was a boy out in Brooklyn who was standing out in front of a grocery store, and he was shot point blank. Did Black Lives Matter come out and talk to those families, that mother who lost her family? Right? Did he come? Did any of them come out and hold up signs and riot and shut down stores and ask that young kids stop carrying guns or stop the violence? They do anything? Back in the '90s when I was growing up, they had um, they had little gatherings where they would hold rallies and tell young kids in our communities to stop the violence.
You got a point.
Did they?
You
Are
got
they
a
doing
point.
that now?
You got a point.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first thing you'll hear when you ask a black man that, a black young kid today, is he'll say, "Oh, white people kill each other. Who cares?"
Right.
So now we playing follow the leader.
Right.
We playing whatever the white man do. That's
We
what
gonna
we're
follow.
doing. We can't set
Yeah,
aside.
but those are our leaders, right? Ain't
No,
those
they're not our
leaders?
leaders.
They're not our
They're
leaders.
not our leaders.
No, I'm
Most High
saying
is our leader.
I'm not. I know. I'm
They're
just saying
our
this is who. This is our oppressors, right? But this is who we call master. This is who we look up to. This is who we feel superior to us. So you're gonna follow your master. Go back to slavery,
And if you see that you're
right?
following him, and he lays
Now,
out a trap for you,
yeah.
if right now he tells you to follow him, and then you follow him and he lays out a trap for you, how long do you have to realize that you need to stop following him? What do you have to go through before you realize that you need to stop following him? That it's a trap.
Yeah, but you know, it's like an abusive child that's worshiping their mommy and daddy, that's abusing them. They still not
And if
gonna.
he's also your leader, then you know you can't do what he does. Your mother would tell you, "Don't curse," and you said, "But you curse. You
Yeah,
can't do what I do."
All right. Well, if your master tells you, now look, now back to the reparations thing, right? Now, if we talking about the reparations thing, reparations is considered to be similar to the master calling his house nigga and say, "Here, eat." Would you not take it if you was a house nigga?
The term "house nigga,"
Excuse me, yeah, not
those are bywords.
yeah,
I don't adhere to bywords.
a house negro. Excuse me,
So-called
house negro.
I don't
Yes,
adhere to bywords. But would I take it?
yeah,
You're in captivity,
exactly. We still in captivity.
right?
So why would you not take the reparations?
The reason why I wouldn't take the reparations is because the reparations is a choice. And nowadays,
So slavery wasn't a choice.
No.
Slavery
Yes, it was a choice between. It was a choice when the Most High told us not to go the old ways.
Okay.
Had we had have listened to the Most High's commandments, then we would have had the choice of not being in slavery.
Okay.
It wasn't a choice once the Most High put them shackles around our necks. It wasn't a choice.
Okay.
Once those shackles got around our necks, then it became
Yes.
a choice. It became mandatory,
Okay.
and it's going to
But
remain
what about
mandatory as long as we
when
don't
the
keep His
chains broke
commandments.
off after 400 and something years? Shackles will be shackled.
Now the Most High is going to judge you, the ones who are in Israel, accept being an Israelite, accept being God's chosen people, accept His law, statutes, and commandments. Those are the people that's going to get into the new kingdom. Those ones who still go the way of the Gentile, or the way of the person that's not in Israel, follow foreign customs,
Yeah.
call themselves Africans, and so forth, they're going to be in shackles.
But aren't some of the Africans some of our brothers? Ain't they our brothers?
Those
Some
who
nations?
accept the teachings of the Most High, they are our brothers and sisters.
Somebody's in.
Those who
Tell them
accept
hit that like and
the Lord,
subscribe.
statutes, and commandments of the Most High, those are our brothers and our sisters.
Hit that like and subscribe button, man. Super chat. Hit me up. Yeah, you can finish.
But you know,
You got anything else you want to talk about concerning this topic?
um, you know, the only thing I'll say is this. You know, everybody want to be political. Everybody want to get into politics. Everybody want to talk about what should be handed to us, what should be given to us. You know, let's say we were going to repair ourselves as a people. We could start by.
But wouldn't that reparations help us repair as a nation?
Hold on 1 second. We could start by. No, it wouldn't.
How? Why not?
The reason why
It'll help us build businesses. It'll help us be
when you get
fluctuate.
how many people who got that stimulus money
Yeah.
went and opened a business?
A few.
A few. You
I
name
know
them.
a
Name
few.
one.
I'll
The
name
majority
them.
of them. The majority of them spent their. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We had technical difficulty. The majority of those people who used that stimulus money, they spent that money on clothes. They were flossing, which is something our people like to do. That reparation money, if they figured out a way to hand it out to the people who are actually true descendants of slaves. The
But we
majority
all
of
were.
our people, not all of us weren't. Not all of us.
Majority of us.
No. With the
African
majority of
American.
us, but there were a lot
Yeah.
who didn't. Remember, there were a lot of people who they thought were African American in this country were actually Native American.
Yeah, but they
Um,
too. They did.
but they would think just because you have some African American blood, the way they would do it is you would have to be a full descendant of a slave, full blooded. You couldn't be half. You'd have to be 100% a full slave, 100% a full blooded so-called African American by both parents genetically,
Okay.
right? So the majority of them, a lot of people in today's society wouldn't wouldn't pass because we're all mixed up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But my people would be running around here, flossing their money, spending on Jones. I'm gonna probably be broke in a week. Let's just be honest. How many people invest in their credit? How many of our people invest in their credit? Because you know what the credit system. You know what I say the credit system is. The credit system is what I call the present day no Negroes allowed sign.
Okay. So let me
Right?
ask you.
So if,
Let me
if
ask
we
you.
know that
So let me ask you. All
if
right.
we
Good.
know
All
that
right.
our people have these problems, if we want to repair ourselves, we can start by doing it from within and not asking a white man to help repair us. How you gonna ask the person who
Not
fucked you
just a
over
white man.
to repair
Nobody.
you?
No one.
Right?
Nobody.
Nobody. But how you?
Yeah.
But you can't expect the person who screwed you over to fix you, right?
Well, that's your opinion.
He's a bully. Why would he help you?
That's your opinion. Yeah.
Anything he gives you, it's a catch. There's a catch to it. But what we can do is
So we can't take ownership for none of our wrong. That we gotta blame the white man all the time.
we do take ownership for what we do.
How?
The
How?
way you would do that is
How?
open your Bible,
Yeah, but
come
I'm
back to the
saying.
Lord's statutes. That is the
I'm
only
saying,
way.
I'm saying for a person that never even been taught the Bible, don't even the
Well, he
Bible
better
don't
pick
even
it up.
they don't know. They're a
Well,
fool.
no, there's
So
no
what do
excuse.
you tell a person? What do you tell a fool?
If you're a fool and you don't know who God is and you don't know who the Bible is, if you're a person you don't know who God is and you've never heard of the Bible, then either you were just born into this world, or you're just choosing to be foolish. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Because there's no way that you don't know who God is, or have never heard of him, or shit. He's in the Constitution. His name is mentioned in the Constitution.
Right.
The Bible is used to get you, to get you to what I say to get you to tell the truth. You know what I mean? So if you're a black man at this point in stage, a so-called black man and woman, what you need to do is number one. This is how we repair ourselves. Here's a shot at how we repair ourselves while we're in captivity. The first sign is family. Learn to repair our unity as a family. That's number one, because God's essence is through both male and female. He says that. That's the first thing that they did during slavery was split the man from the woman. There's a reason why they did that. We need to learn to work together as family, as a unit. As a family, we become one unit, and that's God's essence. God's essence is through man and woman. Secondly, start by admitting that we have a problem. Our people have a big problem. Yes, slavery caused post-traumatic syndrome, stress syndrome, but we can repair it ourselves. How we repair it ourselves is by opening up that Bible and reading and coming back to law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and understanding that this is a punishment, but it's a temporary one. Come back to Israel and recognize that you are a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, and you are God's chosen people. And three, don't expect your enemy to do nothing for you, because an enemy is just what he is. He's an enemy. He's a hater, and his objective is to see you fail. Peace.
All right. So that was my visitor, man. He came through. He gave his opinion. I gave my opinion, and that's just it in a nutshell. Again, we're not here to shut no one. We're not talking. We just speaking our opinion, and we just want to know what y'all people think out there, what the world think out there. Just hit me up in my hit me up on the Gmail, or hit me up on my YouTube channel and drop a a comment or something on the YouTube channel. Hit me up, and we'll respond accordingly. All right. Thanks. Bless.